What's poppin' T Subs and T Squad? And again, happy Tuesday morning to y'all, child. So apparently Carlos King done went live, I think yesterday, I believe, and he gave his thoughts and opinions and views on the second part of Real Housewives of Potomac. And apparently this done grew legs. A lot of other YouTubers done talked about it and made money giving their opinions. So I figure I go on ahead and stand in the line and talk about it as well. So look, I'm not about to play y'all none of what Carlos said because I just ain't feel like doing all of that. It's early in the morning, y'all. I ain't feel like doing all that. So I just watched it. It was only about 30 minutes, if that. So I just watched it, took a little bit of notes, and so that's just how we gonna spin this and run this or whatever the case may be. So the first thing that I noticed that Carlos did was that he pointed out and called out production for only giving 2 minutes to the colorism conversation. Then he also threw in there, he threw major shade at Bravo Andy. He did. Carlos threw major shade at Bravo Andy, and I ain't even mad at it. To be real, I'm not mad at it. Yeah, it was petty, and yeah, it was uncalled for, but I throw shade at Bravo Andy all the time, and it just is what it is. So I ain't mad at Carlos for doing it. And he basically felt like Bravo Andy should have left the stage altogether and allow all of those black women to have that type of conversation and allowed more than 2 minutes. And I said this last night on the panel. I don't understand what everybody really expected. Like I said, me and other YouTubers knew this shit way back in season 5. So many of us called that out in season 5. Myself, Scotty by Nature TV, Erica Daniro, so many of us, Bondi, so many of us, Niecy Dixon, Jamie, that's me, J Lee's Corner, like so many other YouTubers have called that out way back in season 5. The gag is this whole topic and this whole thing about colorism started happening in season 2 when Tacky was upset because Monique had way more than what she thought that she was supposed to have. Like that happened way back then. I mean, I don't know why this season had to be the big ass awakening and the big ass eye opener when we knew this shit and called it out 2 damn years ago. Like that's what frustrates me. It's like everybody wants to sit over here and have this grand illumination and this grand epiphany now. But bitch, we've been said this 2 years ago at this point. Like, but fine. Carlos went on YouTube then. Carlos ain't had his podcast then. And so, he ain't really said what he wanted to say, but now that he got the spaces to do it in, I guess he gonna say what he want to say and he can. I'm for it. See who Carlos feels like it's not a coincidence that all of the darker skinned women have been iced out and subconsciously the other women on the cast are colorists, and Candace feels like the audience is colorist too. One, two truths can reside in the same house. I agree with Carlos um and Candace. I do agree that um the audience does cause a lot of that to be brought up into the forefront. And I feel like Carlos made a good point by saying that subconsciously the other women do, if they're not, they carry undertones of it. I was fine, fine. We can't. They maybe they don't feel like they are, but they do carry undertones of it. And I'm just being nice by saying that. I don't know. I just feel like when you're being called out on it and people are saying that this is how they feel, I do feel like a conversation should happen. But again, why are we expecting this from Bravo Andy and Real Housewives of Potomac? I mean, and we could have had this conversation back in season 5. The gag is, again, I say, we could have had it back in season 2 because all of it was kicked off and stirred up by Tacky. Whatever. And Carlos, I lay you down, but I am gonna call you out because didn't in your other review of this show you had the nerve and the gall to call Tacky your friend. Now I'm gonna leave you alone, Carlos. I ain't trying to be messy, but I'm gonna be messy just a little bit. So speaking of Tacky, He calls her out about her glossing over the whole situation, especially considering that her grandfather once sat and marched with the late great Dr. Martin Luther King. Again, I agree with everything that Carlos said, but Carlos, ain't she your friend? Didn't you say she was your friend? Didn't you say she was your home girl, your home skillet, your home slice, your main map subscriber? Ain't that what you said about her? I'm just saying, Carlos. I mean, I'm just saying, people be so quick to call somebody their friend. Then listen, again, I say, I feel like they did the best that they could with what they had, considering what show they're on. All right. Was it the best? Absolutely not. Could they have made the segment that would be segment for Dick 'em Down and all that foolishness that we just don't care about? And I said that on the panel last night too. I said they could cut that whole Robin shit out because we don't care about that, and they could have spent that 30 minutes or whatever discussing that as a collective. But again, what are y'all expecting? It's like y'all are expecting so much from this franchise, but I don't know how to fly hell y'all could. Like, whatever. Ending this, Carlos get the crown. Carlos, I lay you down, baby. But all of these waterworks that you given, I'm not understanding. It's like I blinked, then you started crying. I said, "Bitch, is you pregnant? Like, what the hell is you crying for? Like, for, you had all the emotions in that 30-minute rant, girl, and I'm just like, is you going through menopause? Is you depressed? Like, what's Tisa? Like, I ain't again. I don't know what y'all are expecting. This is Bravo we talked about. This is Bravo Andy. We all see how he does and he treats and show favoritism amongst the different franchises and amongst the different castmates. Like, whatever. I'm just touching on it because all of y'all tagged me in it. So yeah, I saw it. I saw what he had to say. Again, I don't care, girl, because we knew it back in season 5. And we called it out back in season 5. And nobody wanted to pay attention to it then. So I'm not understanding what the ruckus and uproar is now. We've been set it. I mean, hey, thank y'all for noticing it, and I appreciate y'all for wanting to rally up against it and all of that. But again, I say we KNEWED back then. We knew the girl. Thank you, Carlos, for your ministry. Thank you for sharing with us because I love hearing your opinion, considering that you do own your own production company and you're in that. So it was good to hear your thoughts and your views and your opinions on it and all that. But, child, cut out all that damn crying. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Y'all go around there and hear what Carlos had to say. I'm gonna put his link down into the description box. All y'all gotta do is click on it. It'll take y'all right there. Give him a like and click in the view and a subscription if y'all haven't. And I'm gone. Y'all ain't hearing from me no more until the night for them damn Jersey winning. Die.